Let's get out to Toronto. That's right. That's Vince Carter's home. What's up, Vince? Welcome back. He's talking with Kyle Lowry and John Collins. Zeke, you like his game?
I like John Collins' game. You know, Mikhail and I spent some time talking to him. Like him as a person.
Yes.
But it's Vince Carter's night.
Yeah, and they like him there in Toronto. Look at that standing ovation. Vince came in, and all he did was get 6 points in 13 minutes. You want to see 3 of them? Take that, take that, take that. That's right. Vince knows this arena better than most. Vince did his thing. Congratulations, Vince. But now it's Kawhi's turn. He's going to take over defensively. He's going to get the steal. But how about this on the other end, Zeke? He's knocking down the jumper. And, I mean, he's just become even a better player, it seems like, this year.
Yeah, and that's his spot, you know, going right off the little elbow. And we know he can drive the basketball and finish. You know, he is as complete a basketball player as we have in the league right now on both sides of the ball.
Oh, man, that boy got some paws right there, those big hands. And look at him. He takes the break, starts it off, and Ibaka's going to be the recipient and finish strong with the dunk. How about that? Toronto takes the lead 102-101. But late in the game, young teams, they have to learn how to win, K-Mac, and this might not be the play. If Trae Young had to do it all over again, he'd probably want that play back.
Yeah, you know, I thought there was a pass available to him there. He took a tough shot, but a little too much Kawhi Leonard. I love the fact that Kawhi's just playing at his own pace. He's just taking it slow and making it look really easy up there.
And how about Van Vliet, 9 points. Really watch out for that bench there in Toronto, one of the best in the game. Now, out to Philly, Jimmy Butler, he's warming up. I guess that's Hoodie Jimmy right there warming up. And Butler, another great guy on both ends of the floor. He gets the steal. I want to see, is he going to dunk and throw it down? Okay, the nice soft dunk. He was hurt. We're not going to blame him for that. And Joel Embiid, he's going up and get it with the lob. And we're just showing Philly in transition. How about the layup again, the smooth left for Butler? Butler, he finished with 20 points tonight. Philly up 41-30. Now, we're not done yet. A little guard-to-guard action. You like that inside? Ooh. That's your point guard dunking it like that. And how about Embiid again for another tough little
I like him in the paint.
Oh, yeah. And I know his coach wants him in the paint. And he says, if you like me in the paint, let me give you a little.
Oh, go ahead, big fella.
And you know, last year, Chris, he would have pulled up and shot the 3 on that. And this year, we see him driving it to the basket.
Yeah, a lot of improvement for players sometimes is what they don't do, knowing that they could, waiting till that next time. And how about that dribble handoff by Embiid? And now he's becoming a facilitator. Another dribble handoff, a nice screen right there for the 3.
He's checking him out. He's hot.
That's why he kept passing you the ball. I need you to make those. Philly takes it. Oh, man, a blowout. 132-115. You wonder what the Wizards are going to do without John Wall. Are they going to just tank, or are they going to make some trades?
They need a defensive transition drill. I know that much. They're not back in.
3-on-2 tomorrow in practice. Get it right, Coach.
Yes,
out
sir.
to Cleveland, where Indiana is getting ready. And you want to know what's going on? Sexton, he went to Alabama, and guess who he bet on last night?
Oh, no,
if you bet on Alabama, do some push-ups in the hall.
No,
you got to love it.
Oh,
way to do it, rookie. Way to pay your bet. How about this Bogdanovich? He gets the steal. Oh, duck it on Ozzy like that, Seti Osman like that. And how about Sabo? That's right, that's baby Sabonis. He works his way in for the hook, and Thaddeus Young. I think one of the unsung heroes on this team. Pacers led by as much as 26 out in the second half. Jordan Clarkson, he's driving in. He's going to try to keep his team in there. And Dellavedova, he's going to find Osman for the 3. And Zeke, if you are the Cavaliers right now, how do you encourage this team? Is it just go out, be a professional, and play hard every night?
Definitely go out and be a professional. And not only do you have to play hard every night, but you start building good habits. This is how you build good habits. You know, but at the same time, you got to guard Oladipo.
Oladipo. You know, I got something where anytime I say that in my house, somebody in my family has to scream, "Oh!" So they do not like it. Oladipo, yeah. So there you go, the blowout there. Indiana taking one away from Cleveland. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit of Oubre and the Suns. They're out there going against my Kings. The Kings been balling. Can't wait to see who won this one on the Players Only Game Time night.
What's up, basketball fans? It's your boy 3D. We're back for another edition of Shooter's Paradise. But this time, we're going to take you a little deep on preparation before the game. Now, obviously, you know who this guy is, MVP, Mr. Steph Curry himself.
Yes, sir.
Steph, people don't understand that you just don't wake up and just start jacking up shots. There is a method to your madness. So what is the first thing you try to do to find your rhythm?
First thing I do is start in the paint, and I do a bunch of just crazy flip shots. It helps me just get a feel for the ball, get my body warmed up, and your hand-eye coordination in terms of like your finesse game and that touch, which is key for me to be able to shoot the way that I do. I try to start in close, see the ball go in, try different angles, and then work my way out from there.
For us real shooters, explain how you have to start in close and work your way out.
You get to see the ball go in and build your confidence up early. And that's also just a touch thing. Starting in close, you can really feel the ball in your hands, you get your rhythm going, and then you work your way out from there. I treat 5 spots around the court and try to just get every possible shot that I would probably take in a game. A lot of them are more just stationary, catch and shoot, kind of your normal basic fundamentals, working on your mechanics. But then you got to test your creativity a little bit. And obviously, like simulating a game where every possession, you don't know what the move's going to be. But you got to be able to react to the defender, take what they're giving you, make a play. So just feeling that ball transfer from hand to hand, simulating the defender, trying to swipe at it and stuff, and then getting balanced and knocking down the shot. So it's a balance between the creative part of my game and the fundamentals and good mechanics that every great shooter kind of taps into.
How much fun is it for you, though, that where you have that freedom when you can give the ball to KD or Iggy or Draymond and you just can run all over the floor?
Back from when I was even playing in high school, I was playing for traditional point guards, had the ball in my hands a lot. When I got to college, I was playing off the ball a lot, so I got to work on both parts of it. So I feel like, being able to shoot off the dribble or catch and shoot or be able to give it up and sprint miles around the court, make my defender chase me, but still be in balance and knock down shots is a big part of my game.
And so in the fourth quarter, are you taking what the defense gives you, or are you taking what the team needs to win the ball game?
That's where the full skill set that you got in the arsenal comes out, because you got to get it all sorts of ways, whether it's driving to the basket and finishing, mid-range, off the dribble, or if you got to take a dagger 3, you got to be ready for all those. There aren't many weaknesses, and that's the part where all that work that you put in pays off.
How did the tunnel shot come about? And we as shooters want to understand, if you make that shot, does it make you think I'm going to have a good game, or does it not affect you at all?
I feel better walking into the locker room after a make. But I've had some of my best games when I've missed the shot, too. So it started probably my second year in the league, where I had a bet with one of our front office guys, and he was looking at the time like, I bet you can't make it from there. At the time, I had seen Monte Ellis make it a couple of times, so I can make it and try it. And we started to just keep tally every game, how many times I made versus missed, and at the end of the year, we tally it up and see who won. And it just evolved from there with the usher, who throws me the ball.
You make the pass every time? Curtis
passed me the ball every time, so we got a nice little chemistry.
The billion-dollar question. With the new arena, how will the tunnel shot affect your preparation for a game?
I have no idea. It's a tough question, because for 10 years I've been accustomed to my routine, shooting the tunnel shot right before I go back to the locker room. So I'll get a lay of the land when we get to the new Chase Center and really understand how I can dial up my warm-up routine and have some fun with it, but to be determined.
Yeah.
That's right, so check it out. 5, he's tied Jason Terry. What up, Jet? 6, he's in number 3 all by himself. I know Reggie, Miller, and Ray. Don't get me wrong, Steph to me is the best shooter of all time, but I know Reggie and Ray are going, I wish I could shoot 15, 24, 33s in my time. Because it seemed like Reggie only got to shoot like 5 or 6, maybe at the most.
Without being held.
Yeah.
I mean,
on the fast break.
Yeah,
1 on 5.
Here's the key, I'll tell you right now. Because they were telling me the story when Larry Brown went to Indiana. Larry Brown did not want Reggie shooting 3s in the break.
Right.
So Reggie would come down and, Reggie's open, wide open, he's shooting that 3. Larry Brown would sit him down. Like, even in the first quarter, he'd be like, you gotta come sit by me. How different the league is now. Just think if Reggie had the green light to shoot it in the break with 22 seconds on the shot clock.
If he played for Houston, he'll sit down now for not taking the shot.
Exactly.
They definitely do.
So it's changed so much, and you look at that like Steph Curry. Tonight he could pass Jet. He's 5 behind Jet. It's nothing for anymore. Like when a guy made 5 threes, think back when we played. If a dude made 5 threes, you were like, 5 threes?
He took 5 threes?
Yeah. How many do you take to make 5 threes, you know? Nowadays, I don't even look twice if Steph, you know, Steph has a 5 for 12 from the three-point line. It's just, you know, average night.
But I heard Klay Thompson say something last week that I thought was just brilliant, you know. Where he was talking about his shooting slump. And he said, hey, look, if it ain't Larry Bird who's calling me to give me advice, or Ray Allen, or Reggie Miller,
right.
or maybe Steph,
you ain't got
nobody else, you ain't got nothing to say to me.
You're not in this.
You can't get in this conversation. I thought that was brilliant.
You're not in this club. And last week, how about this? I don't know if the stat is still true, but last week we were doing the game there, and Marv told me, and it was so funny, the #1 3-point shooting percentage in the league is a Curry, but it's not Seth.
Yeah.
It's not Steph. It's Seth. So they had a whole family. And I think, too, if it was in the backyard, a game of 21 on, you know, family reunion, I think that Dad will win the contest.
I'm still going with Dale.
Yeah, Dale can shoot. But here's the funny thing. I'm looking at the same stat sheet, and I see Curry at the top. And I see Curry like at 5th. I'm thinking, how many Currys are there? His brother was at the top.
He can get twice in there. We're going to break. When we come back, we're coming back with that man from OKC. That's right, Westbrook. And his sidekick, PG-13. Players only, baby. You know, guys, you guys are champions. And I always remember when I was younger, being in certain places and playing, I remember thinking to myself, these are years that you'll never get back. We have no chance to win a championship this year in Washington. We won 14 games. These are years you never get back. What if years you're young? Him being a young leader right now, for these not to be wasted years, because it doesn't seem like he'll win a championship this year or next year, and history will judge him for that. But what would you say right now, Kevin, if you had his ear? How would you point him in the right direction, or the continued right direction, to finish with a great career, regardless of the rings? Because you're never guaranteed that. Right. You're only guaranteed your work ethic. How would you talk to him about the position he's in now, and how it can go either way, and how he needs to make the most of this?
The NBA is a unique game, and once you kind of figure it out, there's a lot of different ways you can play to help that team win games. He's got to figure out all the different ways. He puts up numbers. That dude can put up numbers. That's over. Yeah. Zeke, we've had this conversation a million times. It's easier to put up numbers than it is go collect wins. Winning is hard in this league. There's a million different ways to do it. You get the vibe of the game going. All of a sudden, your teammates got to roll, and you find a way to get him extra 3-4 shots. Dribble handoff. You know, you bring the ball over to the hot guy. You defensively take the other team's top guy and say, you know what, I'm shutting this cat down. Mm-hmm. This guy's got it going. I can shut this guy down. All right, man, hey, we're missing a lot of shots. I'm going the offensive glass. I'm going to clean that glass up. I'm getting 5 or 6 offensive rebounds, 4 putbacks tonight. There's a million different ways to help your team win this game. He's got to figure them all out, and they all don't come up on the stat sheet. And that's what always irritates me. So many people nowadays, we know the analytics. What's the first thing they do?
Yeah.
Well, he had this, and this. Yeah. But there's winning plays all over to be made. And once you kind of understand that, I remember I was playing as a rookie, middle of the 3rd quarter, and the vets came over and said, man, hey, look at these next 2 minutes. We put this game away. I'm like, huh? You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, you know, I don't know any better. And after the game, I went up to ML Carr and I said, like, you know, he goes, oh, they were on tilt. You could just see them.
Yeah.
And we're up 10.
Yeah.
And we outscored them these next 2-3 minutes, 8-0. We're up 18. They're just ready to. And I realized when I started understanding the game, I could see teams when they were on tilt, and I got that feel for, okay, this is when we push.
Yeah.
8 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Forget the last 2 minutes. We do it now.
Yeah.
And when you get that sense of we can win this game now, and you do it, it's fun, man, because you start getting a vibe that you can control a lot of stuff that happens on the floor.
You were a leader both at Indiana and again in the NBA. When it was up on you, you come into the Pistons young, you get criticized for scoring and assists. It's a new game that's coming in. Everyone doesn't understand. Did you have to say to Joe later on, I need you to do this with me? And I know we can all watch this with the Bad Boys and Splash Brothers, NBA TV players only, baby. But what was your thought as a leader when you didn't know you were going to be one of the greatest of all time, when you didn't know how good a team could be to win?
I didn't know that I would end up having the NBA career that I ended up having, but I knew we were going to win a championship. I mean, I knew that from day one. And not only did I know that from day one, but this is how we're going to plan, and this is how we're going to do it. There's going to be a lot of studying involved. So I had to go to school, right? Had to go study the Celtics, had to go study the Lakers. And what I learned, then you come back, this is how they practice, this is what they do, this is how we got to imitate. We would get knocked out okay, in April. These guys were playing till May and June. No. We're not going home. We got practice tomorrow at 11. Chuck, everybody else can go home, but the players, we're going to continue to practice. We're going to continue to get better.
Get used to this time frame.
You got to get used to the time frame, and then you got to work on getting better. But there's an intensity and there's a passion, and then there's a, like, hey, you can't leave. I know you got plans with your girlfriend or with your wife, but Joe, you can't leave. I need you to stay here, right? And Joe would make the sacrifice. He would stay. Lambeer was always, I got to leave for a couple of weeks, but I'm coming back. And then, as you know, Chris, when y'all got back in the fall, right, we would come down there and be playing with y'all. So when the Fab Five when y'all started playing in Ann Arbor, right, our whole team, we would come down there, scrimmage, practice, and play against y'all. So that's the type of commitment. So it wasn't about me getting better. It was about our team. And I knew our team one day was going to win the championship, and you had to stay committed to that.
I could sit here and listen for hours, Zeke. I already love it. Hey, you already kicked game with Steph, and it's appreciated to listen to you guys talk about this. But when we come back, speaking of Steph, we're going to get some more game from Steph. Splash Brothers, that's right. They talk to the bad boys. Steph, he's already in the top 5 of threes all time.
Man. Shoot!